Am I still muted? Am I still muted? Am I still muted? Let me know if I'm still muted. Mike Volmer, thank you for texting me. I believe I am not muted. It showed not muted there, but then I looked and my mic was red. I think I'm good now, though. So let me know. Am I good? Am I good in the chat? All good. Good, good, good. All right, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Crypto News with Julie Kennis. I'm your host, Julie Kennis. As always, this show is powered by the Gokhshtein News Network, and we're a little bit of a hot mess today, you know? That's how we do it. That's how we do it. If you didn't see my post on X, you guys, I'm a little bit of a hot mess today. That's how things are. So, but yes, this show is always powered by the Gokhshtein News Network and sponsored by Cipher. So, shout out to everyone here in the chat. If you guys are over on X, feel free to jump over onto YouTube. Join in on the discussion with us as we move through the show. Shout out to you, Mike Volmer. You were here in the chat. Black Hat Team, Peace of My Mind. How are you? John Legend, the legend. We had all the fam out in the chat this morning. Poe Man, I hope you're doing well. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Glad to have you all here. If I missed you, sorry I missed you. Just keep chatting, keep typing away. I'll see you. I promise. I'll see you in there. So, but yeah, I hope you guys are all having a good start to your day. Yes, I've been pushing out some content on the Hantana virus. It's getting people all flustered. You know, nothing gets people more aggravated than the thought of another pandemic. Nobody wants another pandemic. So, did I have a few alcoholic beverages? No, I did not. I gave that up, but it would be fun if I did. But you guys know I'm California sober, so I'm going to plead the fifth on being California sober right now. So, am I an Indian gamer? I am from India. Are you a gamer? I can game for you if you would like. The plandemic. This is going to be a plandemic. Scandemic. All right, let's talk about it. Before we get into talking about the rest of the show, I want to talk about it. There's people saying that, one, the boat is fake. All right. People are saying the boat is fake. I don't know if the boat is fake or if I believe that the fact that the boat is like a research boat and that people are like doing research. They're going to specific destinations, getting off. They're taking photographs. They're documenting things. So I think maybe that's more what this type of a cruise is. It doesn't look like the type of cruise where you're up and you're, hitting the pool and all you can drink with your wristband and you're getting off at the port of entry and hitting the papas and beer. No, I don't think any of that is going on this cruise. I mean, let's talk about it. For one, I think this particular cruise was stopping in Antarctica, and for you to be on a cruise to stop in Antarctica, like I think very few cruises even stop in Antarctica anyway. So yeah, you look at the route that the cruise went, and it's just this very particular route. So here's my thoughts. Okay. I felt like with the original pandemic with COVID, we went way over and above and beyond what we really needed to. We went crazy. Like we shut things down. We did all this crazy stuff. We had freaking grandma hugging her grandbaby through a shower curtain. Like there was just weird stuff going on during COVID. And it was like such a small percentage of mortality on it. Now we have like something here. Here we're talking about something that has a high mortality rate. And people are just like, oh, it's nothing to worry about though. It's this really rare disease and it only happens in this rare area. Okay. Now, I would like to talk to you guys about being an expat. If you guys have ever traveled abroad, if you guys have gone to another country where you have not been sick with the types of sickness that they have, you get so ill. So when I lived in Australia, the first year that I lived there, the every cold I had for the first year that I lived there was like the worst cold of my life, because these strands of flu that they have in Australia, the flu, the cold, the illnesses that they have, there's a slightly variation than the American we've got the American flu, right? Okay, Argentina's had this virus for 30 years now. Argentinians aren't worried about it. Americans maybe are. We haven't had that virus here before. That's new. Okay, that's new. And then they're saying stuff like, oh, well, it's not easily transmissible. Okay, you have to be around that person for a long period of time, and so that's why the husband and wife transmitted it to each other. Well, then how did the flight attendant get it? Was the flight attendant like rubbing up on the person that they were, serving their coffee to? Because usually the flight attendant is like, going past me as fast as they can. Like maybe they'll chat for a minute, but not long. Not long. I had COVID too, several times. I had COVID too. The first time I had COVID, it was one of the worst colds of my life. And it was the first time I ever had to get up and take a shower in the middle of the night to relieve the pain in my back. So it was a very intense cold. COVID was not a joke. That was not a joke cold. It was a serious cold. So now we're talking about something that has a higher mortality rate, starts out like a regular cold, right? And then once you have the cold, all of a sudden you go into multi-organ failure, and that's why you die. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. So, I don't know. There's a person in Arizona that they didn't know had it, and all of a sudden their symptoms deteriorated in a way that they had checked them. So there's a woman in Arizona. I just put out a piece of content. The people on TikTok are going to go freaking nuts about it, because they are, people on TikTok are just they're going to go nuts about it. But, it's worth talking about. Like, I think the way that we overplayed COVID is the way we're underplaying this new virus. Like, it's not easily transmissible. It's usually from rodents. It's this. Oh, we have it isolated in this particular area. Oh, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. The first time it was be careful, mask up, isolate, blah, blah, blah. Way too crazy, right? Okay, so now we've been desensitized, and now it's like, now we actually should do all those things. Now we actually should be scared. Grandma actually should be using a shower curtain to hug her grandbaby, but now we're not going to do that, because now we're actually like, you know what? No, F you, because that was madness for years. You guys robbed years of our life for something that really... It was just COVID. Like, we all could have just rallied it out through COVID. We didn't need to shut down for that time. We have created an economic turmoil that we're still recovering from something that was a little worse than a flu. But this is like, hey, 40% of the people are going to die if they catch it. That's crazy. And then on top of that, you guys want to talk about, so when Amelia caught her rare brain condition was during COVID. And then because I was working in solar, it was considered solar is electricity, and electricity was considered a critical infrastructure. So I had to show up to work every day. So during COVID, I still had to show up to work in the office, no social distancing. They wanted me meeting customers on the phone, in person, sitting in meetings. I was in tables, like I was at conference tables. I was zero of the protocols that everybody else had going on, because we were critical infrastructure, and it was totally BS. It was totally BS. But they required us to be there. So while my daughter was really sick and she was having her seizures, like if she got sick from being like ill from the flu, she would have really bad seizures. And so I needed to be home. I needed to work from home and they wouldn't let me work from home. They forced me to have to be at work and they forced me to have to be there while I should have technically been at home. I should have been social distancing. My daughter was really sick and then they ultimately ended up letting me go because, you know, she had epilepsy and instead of like I probably should have gone on disability. Like in hindsight, I should have gone on disability. There's things that I should have done, you know, like I wouldn't have been able to keep my house if I got on disability because I wouldn't have made enough. I still would have had to sell the home. But I should have gone on disability right away. There's just like things I should have done in hindsight. You guys, if we're looking at another pandemic, we need to really think about what could happen to us. Like, I believe someone was just saying in the comments, someone was saying that they were disabled from COVID. These things are going to happen. Like if this is real, and I believe it is. I'm not going to sit here and say that this is not a real disease. I believe Bill Gates when he says that there will be a next pandemic. And when we had the first pandemic, my last piece of content, I played the video of him saying in the next pandemic, because he literally has in his agenda to have another worldwide pandemic. And Bill Gates is old. So how long does he have left to do another pandemic? Well, not long. Not long. So he's got to do the pandemic now, right? You got to get the pandemic in while you can. Hello, Mama Shadow. Nice to see you, lovely. So if we have a horrible disease that is being unleashed on us right now, just do what you can to take care of yourself, take care of your family. You want to know what I should do, honestly, what I could have done, what I should have done. I should have had Aflac. Aflac is a gap insurance that you can get where if you're no longer able to work, it's that gap insurance that will kick in and pay you while you're waiting for disability to kick in. It will pay your mortgage for you. It will pay your rent for you. It will keep a house over your head. It's like $15 or $20 a month. Just freaking pay it. Because you know what? If something happens, you're going to be covered. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he's releasing the Lone Star tick. Yeah, that's the other thing. So the ticks, I saw that there's ticks. They said that here, where I live, we don't have ticks. This is freaking California. Oh, thank you. Love the new look. I'm the same. It's the same. I just don't have as much makeup on today. I just woke up from a nap. That's why I'm a little late. We won't talk about it. Speaking of breast cancer, I will say, you guys, in the light of my stressful events that happened over the weekend, my dad not doing better, my daughter tripped and fractured her toe. I have to call and get her toe checked out before she goes to Florida. But yeah, she fractured her toe. She's in a boot, the whole crap. I got a call from my doctor and I went and got a screening to check to see if I have cancer because I'm getting to the age you got to get yourself checked out. And I went and got my self checked out and I don't have cancer. So I'm like, yay. I am going to celebrate and with some sherbet ice cream and a nap. And that's what I did. I did sherbet ice cream and a nap. So yeah, so she broke her toe Friday. Saturday morning it was like purple. I was hoping to just like sleep and like relax on Saturday, but instead I woke up to a barrage of text messages. My daughter's toe is purple. I needed to get her to the doctor. So we went straight to the urgent care. We got her into a boot. She made it to prom, went to prom. She probably was too rough because she jumped up and down. She said she jumped up and down. Her toe was more purple than it was before we went to the doctor. So, but we have to go get it checked out just to make sure she doesn't need surgery or anything. But yeah, she has to go to Florida. She has 2 concerts and she has to come back from Florida with a broken big toe. So yeah, she did that. That's a great start. So my boob smasher appointment though, that's not until like June. That's not till June. So, but my other appointment was good. So far so good. I'm happy. So at least there's I'm like, I'll take whatever I can get. I can't get sick right now. Everyone else is sick around me. I can't get sick. So that's why I'm like, wait a minute. If everyone around me is falling apart, I can't fall apart. So I need to make sure I'm not falling apart so that I can take care of everyone else. Right. So, but my daughter and my son will be going to Florida and I will get a break. So, although I am stressed to the max and I want to cry and I almost cried on Mother's Day and my mom and I got into my flow today. Like I went to Office Depot. I got some stuff. I got this got my little Post-its and I got this cute little Post-it thing. Got a cute little for my pencils. And I'm like, okay, I got my little notebook. I'm going to get my whole life in order. Getting in my flow state, doing my editing. And then my daughter text messages me. And she says, Mom, can you bring me a Starbucks? Absolutely no, I cannot. Yeah, I guess it says to what type of mom that I am that my daughter feels like she can text me in the middle of the day and just ask for a Starbucks. I'm like, I just dropped you off 2 hours ago. Go to class. Leave me the F alone. She was a difficult baby. She would not sleep, and my mom bought this book for me to read to her, which I couldn't read to her. But it was literally called Go to Sleep. And it's full of cuss words, but it is a children's story about to sleep because I'm tired. And she still to this day is my child that is like just a complete pain in the ass. And I love her to death. But man, if I would have had my son first because he's so easy, I would have been just completely skewed on what it's like to have a kid because I could have had 10 of him because he's so easy. He slept through the night at 8 weeks old. Doesn't really need him much. He's just so happy. He's loving. Everybody loves him. He's a good kid. He's never gets in trouble. He's a safe boy. My daughter, though, she's just, man, oh man. She's so beautiful, though. She's a pain in the ass. I told her over Mother's Day dinner, I hope you marry a rich husband. And she sits there with her surf and turf and all the fixins and all the stuff, and God bless her. God bless her. So anyway, Poe, man, I hope Miss Poe is doing well. She hasn't been in the chat in a while, but you were talking about her. So please send her my love. Tell her I hope she's doing well. I hope she had a great Mother's Day yesterday. So, all right, you guys. So I do have a show for us to get into. Not too crazy about the Huntana virus and all of the things that I want to speculate on are happening with that, because I do speculate things are happening there. But we're not going to talk about that now because Bitcoin is trying to break 82,000. So let's go ahead and get into the crypto charts. All right. Let me see. Where am I at here? All right. We are on the 15-minute Bitcoin chart, and we are currently in a little bit of sell pressure here. But if you take a look here at the market Cipher Beeline, let me click that away. We are looking here at the market Cipher Beeline, and this is showing us our money flow. So whenever we have this green line here, this is showing money flow in. We can also tell from the RSI line that money flow has been in relatively. So when it's red, money flows out, but we have been in. Green's looking good. Potentially, well, I don't know. Let's see. We got a red dot there. Till we print a green dot, we could continue in this downward trend, but we are trying to challenge this 82,000. And let me tell you, bears were in control this morning, you guys, because people were trying to say, oh, we're going to go down, we're going to go down. But now we're going back to 82,000 and people are saying, oh, we're going to 90. So I am in the camp with everyone else that we're going back to 90. I feel like we're feeling bullish here, guys. I'm feeling bullish. Hold on, I got to pull this up. It's going to bug me to not be able to see what's going on in the chat. All right. Does it look like I have a new look, you guys? I guess it does, kind of. I guess it does a little bit. I moved the camera. I did some things. I changed the lighting a little bit. Sometimes I'm green. I'm not green today, though, so that's good. That's good. All right, so taking a look at Bitcoin because it is, oh, I'm like, I was going to say it's green, but it's not green right now. I don't like that. I don't like that because it was green when I first started. What the heck, guy? What the heck? What the heck? All right, let's go ahead and move on. Ethereum, wah wah. Stuck at 2,300. I feel like it's a stable coin at 2,300. My Solana bags are happy though. Let me tell you, I loved opens. Am I a little hulky? Am I a little hulky? Hold on, let me push that button. Is that less hulky? Am I a little less hulky? All right. We're doing it. We're a little less hulky, guys. Hopefully. If not, we're just, it is what it is. It is what it is. And then when I say that, my microphone turned green. It's just going to turn my whole face green now. But man, it literally, right when I said that, my microphone turned green. My whole face was going to turn green. It is the universe manifesting big green candles. It knows what I need in my life, and it's big green candles. Because let me tell you, when I opened my Solana wallet, it was so happy this morning. So Solana was looking good. Because look at this. We're trying to hit 100 Solana again. $98. Just sitting here watching this in real time. Because look at this. Look at this. The top. Oh my gosh. We hit 90, 98.38. We're trying so hard. Trying so hard. Would love to see it hit 100 though. But yeah, love to see this upward momentum. The upward Momo on Solana feels good. Because you guys know, this was really just where all of the action was last cycle. We had, This is where a lot of the action was this cycle. So we like to see a lot of the momentum moving back into Solana. And I want to talk a little bit about Solana. And I want to talk a little bit about some of the controversies between crypto, blockchain, and some of the things that go on with it. But let's go ahead and move on because Chainlink is looking good because it is finally found its way above $9 and is currently sitting at $10.61. Dogecoin, excuse me. Dogecoin still hanging on to 11 cents, but Sui, oh man, somebody get me a bigger water. What the heck? I have these little baby waters. This does not, I could like crush one of these. When I try and make the coffee with these, okay, I make like a whole pot of coffee. And when I pour these into the coffee pot to make a whole pot of coffee, there's like 10 bottles. And do you know how wasteful I feel to pour 10 of these in just to make a pot of coffee? It just feels awful. Bring my own water next time. Anyway, Sui, I do have some Sui, you guys, and it was stuck around the 96-93 cent range for a while. So seeing it around $1.30 feels good. This is definitely some positive momentum in the market. And this is why I'm taking a look at it, just a broader like overview, because take a look. ADA, it's at 27 cents. It's up about 3 cents. But when you look at Sui and see how much it's up overall, Chainlink is up. We've got some positive momentum. Solana up to 100. How can you not feel like Bitcoin is going to head to 90K? Because you can see that there's just these little edges, these little movements. Get water jugs. Oh, I got jugs, John. I got some jugs. I'm freaking set there. Yeah. Oh no, Jesse's getting bearish. Yeah, privacy coin's too high. Corvette, I'm with you. I feel like privacy coins went in freaking insane this last cycle. I feel like the way we had a meme coin super cycle, I feel like privacy coins kind of went a little nuts, and like there wasn't really enough justification behind the privacy coins. Although I do feel like there is a need for privacy coins, I feel like I don't know. Do you really want just a singular coin, or do you want more of like a privacy ecosystem? So Jesse says, I'm a macro trader. I'm going to leave that one alone. You guys already know where I'm going to go with that, so we'll just stop it right there. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the crypto bubbles, because I pulled this one up. And you guys know, I immediately was like, what the heck is this? This build on Bitcoin is up substantially today. So this one, let's see, I had to zoom out to get it again. All right, yeah, this one here, let's see, we were from 38 cents up to 63 cents now. This one's build on Bitcoin. This one actually was sitting in the top 200 for a while. Didn't really come from out of nowhere, but did have a pretty significant pump today, which is why we're seeing it in the top 100 today. So anyway, here we are, top 100, looking a little mixed, but we've got some outliers there. So looking good, looking good. All right, you guys, let's go ahead. Before I get too crazy, let's get into some breaking news. Not what I wanted to share first. Okay, let's pull this one up instead. All right, you guys, I have to talk about this one. I have to do it. So this is our good friend Jess from Blockus. She tends to go viral. I don't know if she is just amazing at rage baiting people, but she has done a phenomenal job. She has done it yet again. Anyway, so she gives the recap of the closing party of consensus because it was held at 11. This is the photo. I'm sure you guys have all seen it going viral. There have been pictures and videos going of this. As you can see, these are females here with their boots and pretty much only their boots on. And then all of the crypto bros around them, many of them with their lanyards and their, company name and doxed name listed on it. And so this has made a very viral debate online. And so I wanted to talk about it in part because, This has now also come out because even Consensus has spoken on it. Poman says the guy taking a piss at the bar was the real winner. I see. The thing is, I wasn't sure if that was a real video because sometimes people will say things are from the event and then it's not really from the event. So it's just tough to say. I did see that a guy was urinating at the bar, and then I don't know if he slipped in his own urine or what, but he like freaking wigged out and hit the ground. Anyway, so she says that this year's official closing party by Consensus and CoinDesk was a massive step back, hosting at the flagship event at 11, which is a strip club. Not that it's just inappropriate, but that it's incredibly lowbrow for an industry trying to grow up. Let's be clear, I'm all for alcohol, music, and a good time. Hire a world-class DJ, throw a massive rave, go to club space. But choosing a strip club as an official venue for a global conference is a choice that reflects poorly on all of us. Just because this happened in 2021 doesn't mean it should happen in 2026. Back then, Coinbase, FTX, and Binance execs were there, but the industry has evolved. We're supposed to be moving towards institutional maturity and not leaning into the bro culture cliches. I've always been an advocate for sex work. Really? I have zero issue with women making 60 to 80K on their own terms. The issue is the context. I am not an advocate for sex work, just FYI. When an official event at a top tier conference filled with institutional partners and people of all genders and religions centers on women shaking for dollars, it diminishes women to sexual objects and enforces a stale and exclusionary culture. It's honestly boring. I guarantee brands like MetaMask and CoinDesk will one day look back at their logos plastered on those walls with genuine embarrassment. We had an international attendees flying from across the globe. Is this really the best U.S. crypto has to offer? Working the poll is a skill, but watching it in a professional context is left most people looking dazed and awkward. Now, okay, I'm really like, I don't feel like she's being an advocate for sex workers with this post at all. Now I will add, and then she shouts out Solana, Amy Street, and the Super Team USA for throwing their party and their Mario Kart themed after party because it was more appropriate. Let's see. The perfect illustration of crypto culture that doesn't mean bro culture. You can have high energy, high intelligent fun without whatever 11 was. Let's talk economics. A single sponsorship for that 11 event cost roughly $90K. The entire Mario Kart event maybe $50K. Using a massive brand budget to alienate half your audience is a spectacular waste of capital. Conference organizers and sponsors, we have to do better. If we want to move millions onto Wall Street, we need to stop acting like we belong in a basement. All right, guys, what are your thoughts on this one? I need to know. I need to come back and read the comments on this because I'm interested to see. Let's see. No, actually, the women that want to do the dancing degrade themselves. I agree completely. OnlyFans seems cleaner to me than these clubs. I agree. I watched the 90 Day Fiancé series, and on it they recently had a man and a female who were both exotic dancers and had worked in Vegas, and They were together because they both worked in the industry, so they understood. And the woman wanted to go back to the industry to make some money. And he was telling her, look, if you need money, I'll help you pay off your debts. And she said, well, I don't want to take your money. I'd really prefer to make my own. And he said to her, I know what they do in the back rooms of those clubs, and I don't feel comfortable with my woman going and doing that. So he basically validated everything that we hear that we suspect happens at those clubs, in the back rooms, the private parties, etc., etc. So, I mean, I don't even know. Here's my thoughts. Okay, I'm going to tell my story of when I was at Consensus in Austin. They did not have a sponsored strip club event. I will say there is a group of individuals who, every time they go to crypto conventions, the after hours always ends up at the strip club. These people, that is part of what they do. They like to go to the strip club and they like to throw money at the strip clubs. So I knew that ahead of time because I've seen in pictures from conferences prior that this particular group liked to do that. Now I'm with females, so I'm thinking like I'm okay. Well, all of a sudden I hear the group is headed to the strip club from the party that we're at. Now, mind you, I am going to church every weekend, not drinking any alcohol, focusing on my relationship with God. And so me even being in a nightclub because of a crypto event, it feels inorganic for me anyway. Like, am I there doing business? Not really. I'm sitting in some weird VIP section, but am I really talking business? Am I really growing my brand? Am I really building a relationship with someone that's going to help me land a deal of a lifetime? No. Amy Street actually put it best at the start of the Solana Accelerate, before all of this went down, is she had quoted, and I should have pulled open the tweet, but she had said something to the effect of like, no, sir, I'm not going to listen to your business pitch. It's 10 o'clock at night and we're in a loud club. So that's the point. Business doesn't really get done after the conference. Now, you might set up to have dinner with someone, and while you're sitting at dinner, that's where the real business gets done. If you're sitting there having a private one-on-one conversation with someone, or you're sitting down in an intimate setting, that's where the business is getting done. It's not getting done at an event. Now, I will tell you, when my crew was ready to go to the strip club, I started to crash out. Like, I started to like hyperventilate. And I was like, oh my God. You know, when it's late at night and it's like, you don't want to break away from your crew. I'm a woman alone in a city I'm not familiar with. I don't want to jump in an Uber by myself to head back to an Airbnb alone and maybe end up for dead. So my crew goes all the way out of their way to take me home and make sure I make it into the Airbnb. And I curl up with the little doggy and I went to sleep and I was safe and sound. And that's how you know who the real friends are. The real friends are like, you know what? Okay, this isn't working for you. We're going to get you home. We're going to tuck you in. We're going to make sure you're okay. And I was okay. And I didn't go to the strip club. And you know how good it felt for me to know that I didn't go to the club. And it would have been fine. But going to the strip club would have been fine. It's not like going to the strip club was like they were going to make me get a lap dance. You know what I mean? It would have been fine. You would have just been sitting in the corner, and sure, there would have been women there dancing. But for me, I just personally didn't want to be there. Now, camping, Corvette, you just hit the nail on the head. Sometimes you have to collect intel. This is what you get when you do go to these events. So, imagine being a venture capitalist. Imagine being someone who just gave somebody money to develop a product or to build something or develop something. And you've now seen that person turn around and throw $100,000 at a stripper, or get so completely inebriated they pee at the bar and then fall over and hurt themselves, or ends up, doing a mystery substance in the bathroom, or some other level of depravity that makes that become a person that you would no longer do business with. So you get two, there's two sides to that coin. You can either see it for what it is and be like, wow, that's horrible. Oh my gosh, those people are there. Or you can go, wow, now I can see who that person is, or would I ever associate with that person? Would I ever do business with that person? So it's it's interesting to me too, because there were women who came and spoke out and said, oh, I used to go to 11 way back when, like, you guys are doing this now, but like, this is kind of the thing. We used to always do this. Like, and all I could think of is like, I'm so sorry for you. Like, I feel sad. Like, I feel sad for you if you've been doing this for 10 years and you're proud of it. Like, they actually are proud of it. Like 10 years of partying at a strip club. And they're flexing it. There's also companies in crypto that they're just not good or genuine companies, and so not good genuine companies are going to gravitate towards that. Like, think about if I was a scammer, I would rather scam from the person who's throwing $100,000 at a stripper, right? If I was a scammer, I'd be the guy that's freaking pulling the money off of the table, like the one guy. And it's like crazy because that guy's like dressed in like the little zip up vest thing that I don't even know what you call those. But you know what I'm saying though. Like, if you were going to scam someone in crypto, like, I would think the worst of the worst scammers would probably be at that nightclub. Like, that's where you would find people who have acquired easy money that are looking to invest in your company, and so sometimes you can like Corvette was saying, you can do some intel by going into these places. It does not feel good. It does not feel good. When you get invited into a room and you see somebody's true colors and you no longer look at them the same anymore because you know that they've helped someone or that they're helping, Crypto has handlers, right? There's people that have money that have handlers. And they're handling people, these little influencers. And it's so funny to me, like, I don't know. I guess I genuinely thought that one of these influencers was real, and it was so artificially created. Like every opportunity was set up or paid. Because as when I moved into this space, here's what I noticed. Here's what I've noticed. It's really hard to get people to, especially to meet you in person. A lot of times they don't want to do it. And if you're not paying them, they're not going to sit and they're not going to take time out of their day. And so, but if they know your handler and their handler, your handler is paying them, you see what I mean? So it's like, so some of what you're seeing is not real. It's not real. And then you can start to see full circle. I don't make a lot of videos because I will be totally exiled from the space. You guys have to subscribe to me on X. Because I think what I'm going to start doing, like I posted a video over there. In fact, I've deleted it now. But if I post it and just post it to the main timeline, anybody can see it. Anybody can see it. But it is insane. Like the stuff that I know from being on the inside that I can't actually say. And I want to say. I want to say it. I know. And this is, and people get scared. And they get scared. But I will say, as this goes on, as my career in crypto moves on, I know chat can go to hell. I don't even care. Because I'm on my own tangent right now. I'm on my own tangent right now. It's fun. It's fun. All right, you guys, I'm going to move into some real news. Before I get into any more trouble. All right. Bitcoin prints a golden cross and appears for the first time since 2023. Will we actually see Bitcoin price rally? Oh my gosh. Is this it, you guys? Bitcoin's market value realized value ratio, or the indicator that measures whether the asset is overvalued, is about to print a golden cross, an occurrence that has previously preceded massive price rallies. You guys, I think we're headed for it. So a golden cross between the BTC MVRV ratio and the 200-day EMA line is imminent. So we are looking to be perhaps a little more bullish here. So the last time the indicator produced this bullish crossover was just after the 2022 cycle bottom, preceding a 90% Bitcoin rally to the 31,000 to from 31,000 to 16,300 in Q1 of 2023. Another cross was in September of 2023, followed by a 400% bull run and a current all-time high of 126,000. So, will we actually reach it? Yes. Yes. Bloggy says, just say it. YouTube doesn't pay shit anyway. Eventually, you never know. What I am excited about though is I think the hantavirus stuff and all of the different stories and stuff that come out about it, I'm going to keep freaking on that, because the TikTok people are going to eat that up. I can already tell. And there's not a whole lot of it on YouTube yet. So I'm going to keep making some of that stuff. I don't know. Some of it likes to get picked up. So And I need to post more of it to X because I think X is going to start monetizing some of their videos differently. In fact, my X payout was significantly higher. It was like double what it has been. So it was good to see. It was good to see. So meanwhile, Bitcoin's recent price rally to 83,000 boosted the short-term holder cost basis. So we got to hold this current range and hopefully hit our current target of 92,000. So, all right, you guys, that's all I got for today. Oh no, I did want to share this instead. Because talking about the last party, the closing party, consensus closing party, it reminded me of another party in crypto, which was the Mother Party. If you guys remember back Solana, they had launched the Mother token, Iggy Azalea. She launched the Mother token and she had straight up strippers. And to me, that party was so nasty. It was so nasty. I felt like that was peak nastiness for crypto. So I feel like the Mega Stripper Club is not quite as bad as the low that this was. This is actually getting a class action lawsuit from her friends over at Berwick Law. I love to see it because she legitimately pretended like, oh, I'm trying to build, I'm trying to do this and that. And she legitimately launched a token and then bought herself a house. She launched herself a token and bought herself a house and then was like, oh, I'm still in DeFi. And then she brought her friend Neon. And I'm sick of the celebrities coming and grifting from the space. And the celebrities coming and grifting from the space, they have the same handlers as the crypto influencers who are allowing them in. So that's why you're seeing the bleed over. That's why people are like, oh, welcome, Iggy. We love you. And they get this they get this view, this access to them is because that they're being paid by the same handler. They're being paid by the same handler. So that they've learned Hollywood's going away. The music industry is dying. Music is completely fake. Like the same songs have been copied over and over and over again. And we don't idolize these people anymore. And now, don't even get me started on ticket resale prices and things like that. Because that's all just, it's all garbage. It's all garbage. It's all stuff that is meant to distract you from what is right and what is good. So what is good, what is right. So love your family, go to church, love God, and stack Bitcoin. So that is it, you guys. That is the show for today. I will be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock Pacific time. So smash the subscribe if you are new here, and I will catch you all on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.